Welcome back everyone to Heroes and Villains HQ. It's that time again. We have more LEGO Star Wars leaks for 2026. But before we jump in to the video, I first want to say thank you to all of you out there. In the last week, we've had a couple of videos get well over 1,000 views each, and we're up to over 100 subscribers now. So we've grown really quickly over the last week, and I just want to say thank you for all of the support, for your vote of confidence in this channel and the content I'm creating. I'm having a lot of fun sharing my passion with all of you. And I'm really excited for all of the future videos and all of the future ideas that I'm going to bring to this channel. And I hope you're excited as well. So stay engaged with me in the comments. Let me know what you'd like to see on this channel, what content you'd like to see next. And yeah, just thank you again so much for all of your support. I'm having a lot of fun. So enough of the sappy stuff. This is about LEGO Star Wars leaks for 2026. Have some new leaks and have a little bit more information about some of the ones I talked about last week. So with that said, let's jump in. Okay, so this video, I'm going to split it up kind of into two parts. The first part, I'm going to talk about some of the concrete details we have on the January wave for 2026. After we get through that, I'm going to talk more about a few other rumored leaks that we have on a few sets. They are kind of, the details aren't so certain, they're uncorroborated at this point, but they still are floating around, so I want to share those with you. So again, first part that I'm going to jump into right now is January 2026, and then we'll talk about a few more sets after that that may come out in March, May, and the summer. So before I jump into any of these rumors, I want to share my sources as to where I received all of these rumors from. I joined the Jedi Sam Discord, which is where all of these rumors were shared, and these specific rumors are from Max Bout. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. So these sources are not my own. I did get them off of the Discord, and the Discord received them from other reputable sources. So definitely join the Discord if you want to see where all of this is coming from. Jedi Sam's an awesome YouTuber, so big shout out to him and all he does in sharing these rumors. I really appreciate it. So, but with that said, let's jump into the January rumors. So starting off with the first set of the January wave of 2026, we're getting a $10 set. We haven't had one for quite some time. This is going to be a 58-piece Mandalorian and Grogu speeder bike. Now, we are unsure as to what speeder bike this is, whether it's the one we see from Mando Season 2 that we've had a model of in the Trouble on Tatooine set, or if this is going to be a new speeder bike for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. As of right now, we're most likely going to see two figures, Mandalorian and Grogu. And there is a rumor floating around that this is going to include the UCS Razorcrest Mandalorian, which is definitely interesting because we never actually see this version of Mando interact with a speeder bike and Grogu, but that doesn't really matter to LEGO. They're probably just trying to jam in a few different things in this set to get Mando back on the shelves before the movie. So really exciting to see a $10 set. If we do get the UCS minifigure in this set, that is cool for collectors who do not have the Razorcrest. But 58 pieces, $10, Mando and Grogu speeder bike. The next set on the list is set 75437. This was previously rumored to be the Cobb Vanth versus Cad Bane set. Previously, it was rumored to be around $50, include 3 figures, and probably be a Freetown build. However, that has changed. It is still going to include Cobb Vanth and Cad Bane. However, it's going to be $29.99, and it's going to be Cobb Vanth's speeder that we see at the in the first episode of Mando Season 2. It's going to include 207 pieces. So, 4 years later, we are getting the Cobb Vanth speeder bike, and it's going to be kind of a mashup of a few different points of media. We're going to have Cobb Vanth in the Boba Fett armor. However, obviously in the duel between Cobb Vanth and Cad Bane, he no longer has that armor. So again, just kind of a mashup of some different media. But Cobb Vanth speeder bike, it's going to include the Boba Fett armored version of Cobb Vanth. It's going to include Cad Bane. It's going to be $30 and 207 pieces. The next set on the list is, honestly, it may not be the most groundbreaking set, but I think it's the most exciting set in this wave, and I'll tell you why. The set is set 75440. It's going to be a MIDI scale AT-AT at $60 and including 525 pieces. Now, MIDI scale line, it's cool for some collectors. Some collectors don't love it. I think it's awesome in getting scaled down versions, but highly detailed models for collectors that are running out of space. So I think that's really awesome. MIDI scale line is really awesome. The reason I think this is the most exciting set of this wave is because the MIDI scale line up until this point has been called the Starship Collection. However, now we're getting a land-based vehicle in the line. So what that tells me is we're moving away from just solely starships and maybe introducing vehicles to the MIDI scale line. And this opens up a trove of possibilities. The first two that come to mind are a MIDI scale ATTE and MIDI scale clone turbo tank. Those are the first two things I thought of when I saw this room. I'm like, oh my God, like here we go. We're going to be getting MIDI scale Clone Wars vehicles in the future. Possibly. Totally speculation at this point. But that's why I think it's really exciting. It's no longer just going to be strictly for starships. We're going to be getting a land-based vehicle. Now, this could be the only one we ever get, and that would stink. However, MIDI scale AT-AT is coming, $60 at 525 pieces for January. Next up is set 75443. Now, this was previously rumored to be another buildable Grogu, which it still is. However, there's a slight change in how this set's going to be perceived. It is called Grogu's Homestead. However, it's going to be a 4+ set at $20 and 107 pieces. And we've been told that the Grogu Homestead title is off, that it is just another buildable Grogu, but it's a 4+ set. So I'm sure for a lot of collectors who are worried about another $80, $100 buildable Grogu, we're not getting that. This is a 4+ set, most likely going to include just the buildable Grogu. I wouldn't expect any minifigures. So yeah, $20, 107 pieces, 4+ buildable Grogu. The next set on the list here is set 75448, and this is going to be the Clone Shock Trooper mech. So the mech line is continuing. This one is going to be based off the Clone Shock Trooper, going to include a Shock Trooper as well, coming in at 151 pieces and $14.99. So this is going to be priced a few dollars less than the Darth Maul mech that was released June of 2025, which is really exciting that we're seeing the prices of the June and August waves of 2025 for LEGO Star Wars come back down to reality. So this is just another mech. I'm sure a lot of people aren't going to be too excited about it. Clone Shock Trooper, this is set for kids, right? So just getting it back on shelves, keeping the Clone Troopers at the front of mind, I enjoy. I won't be picking this one up, but it is a part of the January wave. Clone Shock Trooper mech, 151 pieces at $15. Another set that was previously reported in my last video is set 75449, the Siege of Mandalore Battle Pack. This is going to include 116 pieces, and it's coming back down to the $20 battle pack price. I didn't think I'd ever say I was excited about a $20 battle pack, but with the price increase to $23 this June for the Night Trooper battle pack, I'm happy that they're bringing the price back down. This will include 2 332nd Clone Troopers and 2 Mandalorian Super Commandos from the Clone Wars Season 7 Siege of Mandalore. Now, we are unsure as to what these figures are going to look like. We have heard a rumor that, at least for the 332nd Troopers, we should expect one standard 332nd Clone Trooper, as well as potentially a variant 332nd Trooper. Like we saw with the 501st Specialist Battle Pack, we saw a Lieutenant, we saw a Heavy Trooper, and we saw a Sharpshooter. So I would assume we're probably going to get one of those iterations for the 332nd clones, which is definitely cool to see a variant of the 332nd Troopers, especially given we've already had a 332nd Clone Trooper Battle Pack that included 3 standard 332nd Troopers. So getting a little variation is nice here. As for the Super Commandos, we know that they're going to be the red versions. However, we are unsure as to what they will actually look like. Just taking some cues from the Imperial Super Commando Battle Pack with the Night Owls. We saw a male and female variation as well as some really great printing. So I would assume we're probably going to get a male and female iteration of the Super Commandos in this battle pack. The biggest question mark is, will it include the Gar-Saxon helmet with the horns? That'll be interesting to see. So either way, though, this is another $20 battle pack, 116 pieces with 4 figures, 2 332nd Troopers, and 2 Super Commandos coming out in January. Another set that I reported on last week is set 75441, the MIDI scale Venator. This will come in at $80 and 643 pieces. So this is just another starship adding to the MIDI scale collection. Glad to see the Venator getting some love here. As I said in the previous video, for those who aren't going to pay the $650 for the UCS version, this will be nice to get on the line. Obviously, a space saver as well as a money saver. So this is going to be a great version. It'll probably be similar, slightly longer than the Acclimator. But again, really awesome set, really great MIDI scale iteration. The next set here is set 75452, and this is going to be a buildable BB-8 droid. So they're going to continue the droids line. We've seen a bunch in the last few years: BD-1, R2-D2, C-3PO, Chopper this May, and K-2SO this summer. Obviously, BB-8 is the main droid from the sequel trilogy, so this will be great to get a refresh of the BB-8 in the line. We had one way back, I don't even remember when it was released, but quite some time ago. It was, I believe, around 1,000 pieces, about $100. So this set is going to come in at $90 and 569 pieces. So it's definitely going to be significantly smaller than the Chopper and R2-D2 buildable droids, which makes sense because BB-8 is a lot smaller than both of those droids. But either way, I really love the droids collection. I think LEGO's doing a great job with these, and they always provide really great value. The price per piece matches up pretty well. You're always getting an extra figure, and I think these models look stunning. They do a really great job. So excited to see BB-8. For all the sequel trilogy lovers out there, the few that may be watching this video, happy to see a sequel trilogy set in the line. Now, there are 2 more January sets that are going to be released. This is going to be quite a substantial wave. In the last 5 years, we've only seen around 3 to 6 sets released in January. This is going to be a full January wave. And these 2 sets currently, they have set numbers, set 75421 and set 75423. The 2 sets are going to be $70 and $100 respectively, and be 7+ sets, which would tell you that they are going to be play sets. Now, there is nothing attached to what these may be. However, the only rumor we have is that the $70 set is going to be an Empire-based set, and the $100 set is going to be a Rebellion-based set. With this in mind, I would assume that these 2 are probably going to pair with each other in some form or fashion. I would probably expect 2 starships to be released at these price points, $70 and $100 respectively. What they could be, I don't really know. It's really just speculation at this point. We just have the Empire versus Rebellion rumor to speculate what I would like to see. As for the Rebellion set, I want to see a B-Wing. We haven't had a B-Wing in forever, and I don't currently have one. So that's what I'm hoping for, but that may be far out there. We could see a Y-Wing. We haven't had a Y-Wing released in quite some time. But I would expect one of the Alphabet starships to be the Rebellion-based set. As for the Imperial set, right, there's a bunch of different TIE fighters that could be released. I would love to see a TIE Defender. I think having a TIE Defender in the Empire-based set and a B-Wing in the Rebellion-based set, and make them based off of Star Wars Rebels, because these 2 ships are pivotal in that show. So I would love to see that. That's my hope, is that we get to see a face-off between those 2 sets that haven't been created in a long time. But I would expect LEGO to probably go a safer route and do something like a TIE Advanced and a Y-Wing. We'll have to just wait and see. As I learn more, I'll be sure to share it on the channel, and let you guys know what may be coming with these sets. But as of right now, expect a $70 Imperial set and a $100 Rebellion set. Okay, with the January rumors out of the way, now let's talk about what else might be coming in the future. There are 5 rumors that have a little bit of credibility to them that may be released in March, May, the summer of 2026, or potentially early 2027. So we're getting out there. 3 rumors that have substantial evidence to claim that they're coming, and I reported these in the last video, are the Darth Vader bust, which is probably going to be similar to the Iron Man and Spider-Man bust we've seen this summer of 2025 in the Marvel line. This set will most likely come out in the March to May timeframe. The next set on this list is that Mandalorian and Grogu AT-AT, which is based off of the clip we saw in the trailer. So it's going to be the Rebels version of the AT-AT, the precursor to the AT-AT we see in Empire Strikes Back, which is super awesome to see. I'm so glad they're doing something a little bit different here. As I stated in that last video, we're probably going to see about 6 to 7 figures, a couple snowtroopers, a couple AT-AT drivers, probably an Imperial leader, and then Mando and Grogu. The last set that has some substantial evidence to show that it's coming is the Mandalorian and Grogu Razorcrest. We did see the Razorcrest return in that leaked trailer. This is going to be similar in size to the previous Playscale Razorcrest, probably come in around that $130 to $150 price range. Speculation at this point as to the minifigure list, we're probably going to see Mando and Grogu. We'll probably see Zeb in this set, as well as potentially Sigourney Weaver's pilot character. And then I would assume maybe a few characters from a Delphi Squadron or other characters we see in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. So those 3 rumors, those are definitely coming, probably again in that March to May timeframe. Now there are 2 other rumors that have a little less evidence. These are really from the rumor mill. So I want you to take these with a grain of salt. This is not gospel. We are unsure if these are coming, but they're picking up some steam, so I wanted to share them with you. The first one that I shared with you in my last video was possibly a Senate diorama. We know that dioramas are making a return in 2026. We don't know in what capacity, but they are making a return. We also know that Sly Moore and Masameda are going to be in a set in 2026. So those 2 things we know to be true. As for, are they going to collide? We don't know. The rumor at this point is potentially a Senate diorama or an Emperor's Throne Room set. Now, again, these could be lost in translation through the rumor mill. We don't know exactly how these are all going to come together, but I would assume we're going to see a Palpatine, Masameda, and Sly Moore set that may be a Death Star base set, a Senate base set, or a diorama. That's probably the most likely scenario at this point, but again, unsure. This is strictly speculation, but again, we are going to see Masameda and Sly Moore. We are going to see the dioramas return. Most likely, those are going to come together in a diorama set based on the Senate or the Throne Room. The last rumor, and this one's out there, so I want to preface that. This is not true at this point. This is way out there, speculation and rumor, but it's starting to pick up steam with some reputable sources that Jedi Sam and the Discord shared in the leaks announcements. And that is that the Wolf Pack may be coming in summer 2026 or early 2027. The last few years now, we've had major clone vehicles released in the summer. We've had a lot of different clone battle packs, and we've seen a lot of new troopers released. We've seen, obviously, the 501st. We've seen the 332nd. We've seen the Plain White, the Shock Trooper, now the 327th, and the Galactic Marines, which we thought we'd never see. So with all of that in mind, the Wolf Pack has become really the fan favorite in wanting them to be released next. And it's starting to pick up some steam in the rumor mill that the Wolf Pack may be coming in a clone vehicle, like a $140 to $160 a clone vehicle, or a battle pack. Again, this could be coming in summer 2026. It may be 2027, or it may be false. So don't get your hopes up just yet. It's in the rumor mill. there's a potential that we may see the Wolfpack and Commander Wolf make a return. And as soon as I learn more, I'll be sure to share it on the channel here. I am really hoping we see the Wolfpack make a return. I'd love to start army building some of those clone troopers. So I'm really hoping this is true. I'm hoping we get some more rumors surrounding it to make it become true. So fingers crossed. Again, just a rumor at this point and speculation. It may not be true. So take everything with a grain of salt. All right, so that is the end of this rumors video. So we got a lot of details on the January wave. A lot of that is most likely true. We may see some small changes as we begin to get closer. This is the earliest we've ever seen 2026 rumors at this point. So exciting to get some details on them. But again, take everything in this video with a grain of salt. None of this is from Lego, so all of it is speculation and rumor at this point. But again, always fun to speculate and look to the future to see what we might be getting. And there's definitely a few sets to get really excited about, not only for their release, but future releases of other sets. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, check out the other leaks video I released a week ago. There's some more information on some of the sets I talked about during this video. But again, thank you so much for the support over the last week and last month. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below to support the channel and stay tuned for more, not only Lego leaks videos, but action figure and Marvel leaks and so much more. So there's definitely a little bit of everything here for Star Wars and Marvel fans. So again, thank you so much. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching.